Welcome into Galena Sports Live. My name is Cooper Grant alongside my partner Cole Grant. And tonight we bring at you semifinal action from sub-state play here in Girard High School. And this matchup, we have two teams meeting for the third time in the last 4 years in the semifinal. The Galena Bulldogs coming off a strong victory over the Columbus Titans, 48-39 in the quarterfinal. They were able to move to 10-11 on that win. On the other side of the ball, Cherryvale Chargers, the number one seed in this sub-state, coming to this game 17-4 with a win over Baxter Springs in dominating fashion, 81-17, as these two teams haven't faced each other this year, but have seen each other quite a bit during postseason play. And tonight, the Bulldogs look to get revenge on them. Hopefully, the third time could be the charm for the Lady Bulldogs tonight. For Cherryvale, some notable CNC matchups. They faced off against Riverton and got the win at Riverton 65-39. And also Columbus, they knocked them off 67-41. Those two games coming earlier in the season. So both teams could be a completely different team, as there's been a lot of basketball played and a lot of different changes each team can make after each game. Cherryvale, they play in the Tri-Valley District. Was a team that was 17-10 last year. They ended up making it to state with a very strong run. They got knocked off in the first round to Silver Lake, but very strong postseason, and going to be a tough game tonight for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to play some of the best basketball. In last year's matchup, the Chargers edged the Bulldogs by a narrow margin of 2. Final score of 56-54. Certainly a heartbreaking loss for a Galena team that happened for the second time in what would be 3 years. Thank you. And for the Bulldogs, one of the best games played of the year against Columbus on Monday night. They came out, and what's really changed with this Lady Bulldogs team is they've played together as a team. They've stayed resilient, and they haven't just relied on Mia Sarwinski and Riley Boys, which everybody knows in the gym that those two are going to be the playmakers. But tonight, for Galena to get the win, it's crucial to get other players involved. We saw Morgan Strong kind of was shocking. She got her first start in such a big game, being in a playoff game against Columbus, and she was able to knock down a three, but that could expand the offense a little bit for the Bulldogs. Thought it was kind of interesting. Is that something you think we're going to see again tonight, Cole?
Yeah, Cooper, I definitely think Morgan Strong last game, she's definitely a younger start, but her coming out and she knocked down the threes. I actually just watched her knock down another one right there here in warm-up, and it was just a game changer, and it brings a whole new threat to the offense that the other team, Cherryvale, is going to have to look out for. And a whole other factor they're going to have to look out for Mia, Boyce, now Strong, and Sturgis. Sturgis and Strong both from the three-point line being threats. Then Fields as well had her two-point conversions. But I think Strong knocking down those threes was definitely a huge factor, and I think it's going to be a huge factor for the...
Yeah, certainly a big role to put a freshman into early on in her career. Still 3 more years here to play, but tonight the storyline will be how well the Galena Stars can play. Last year's matchup, Mia Sarwinski with 34 points. Tonight, if the Bulldogs want to get it done, she's going to have a big game for them. So that's something I'm looking for, is how good Mia Sarwinski can come out and play. And also, it's not just about her scoring. She's able to get other players involved in so many ways just because of the attention she creates on defense. And I know for sure that the head coach at Cherryvale is going to remember what happened last year, as that game could have went either way, a 2-point game. So we're going to have a good one in store here. We'll continue the Mercy pregame show here after this 2-minute commercial, where we'll come back and talk a little more and then get to some keys to the game and starting lineups shortly after that. All that coming up on the Mercy pregame show here on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin, to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Welcome back to the pregame show presented to you by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So I wanted to get into some things. I know we weren't live last game, but we were able to watch it and got all the stats from it. Wanted to go over some things. The Bulldogs in that game had 6 different scores, 5 different scores, led by Riley Boys tonight. She's also going to have a really good game. I'm expecting Cherryvale to put on a full court press most of this game. And the first game we saw the Bulldogs in this season, they really struggled with that full court press. But since that game, since the first 2 or 3 games, they've been a complete different team, being able to bring the ball up the court and also score in transition. That's going to be big, is how they can force turnovers and get out in transition and score the ball tonight. You have to do things like that if you want to pull off an upset. And tonight, Galena, it would be an upset for them to be able to come out of here with a victory. Another thing comes with really just slowing the game down, kind of throwing Cherryvale off of their tempo. Don't know too much about this Cherryvale team, but I know that they're going to be a solid team. They got some height over there on that other end. And also a team that gained a lot of age experience playing in that state tournament. A team that was mostly sophomores and juniors last year. This year they only have 2 seniors on this team, but they've had a lot of leadership, playing at a higher level, playing at state level. So tonight, Mia Sarwinski and Riley Boys are going to have to really step up and be leaders today and really set the tone for the rest of the team. And also for the Bulldogs in that Columbus game, what really stood out is there was times Columbus tried to come back in that game. They got within 2 to 4 in striking distance, but the Bulldogs just knocked down big shots when they needed them. They went to their playmakers. Mia Sarwinski had multiple nice passes inside. She just drew the attention, driving in the lane. A couple defenders committing to her and was able to dish down low, find a wide open Megan Fields or someone like Emma Smith down in the paint. And also another thing that comes with an upset is making a good amount of threes for the Bulldogs. If they want to pull the upset, knocking down threes is going to be something that is big. As you can see, getting set for the national anthem. So we're going to go on mute while we do that national anthem. We'll come back with a couple more keys to the game and starting lineups right after that. Back into the Mercy pregame show. Couple other keys to the game for the Bulldogs. Really stop Cherryvale from getting in the paint, stopping them from drawing fouls, and for Galena to get to the foul line, try and get some of the height of Cherryvale into foul trouble so that they can get to the line and get some free points. And that's kind of how you slow the game down and shift the momentum to your side. You know, Cherryvale wants to come out and get off to a hot start, but for Galena, just slowing them down, it'll be really interesting to see how they can get that done tonight. And now, starting lineups for both teams. Freshman number one, junior number 1, Bethany Umbarger. Senior number 40, Jenny Bunyard. Sophomore number 4, Gentry Gass. Junior number 12, Carly Fox. And sophomore number 23, Cadence Foreman. And for your Bulldogs, sophomore number 2, Riley Boyce. Junior number 3, Arista Sturgis. Senior number 10, Mia Sarwinski. Junior number 34, Megan Fields. And freshman number 12, Morgan Strong. As they're still getting starting lineups announced here at Girard High School. Couple more for them to go. And about set to get this semifinal underway. Bulldogs looking to advance to their first sub-state championship in about 8 years. A long time coming, and a great opportunity tonight for the Bulldogs. And especially Mia Sarwinski wanting to get, or this whole group of seniors on this team, Emma Smith, Mia Sarwinski, and wanting to get revenge on this Cherryvale team that's already beat them 2 times in this same position. I know that's fresh in their mind, and tonight, a chance to end that all tonight.
Yeah, Cooper, really, sorry, I started stuttering there. Coming into this, we don't know much about Canyon Valley. We weren't able to find what? Cherryvale. So sorry. Yeah, I read the thing and it was flipped over earlier. My apologies. Yeah, Cherryvale. Coming in this, we don't know much about them coming in. So, but just from looking at it looks like they have a little bit of height. So the Galena girls here is definitely going to try to just mitigate that as much as possible. Try to get as many rebounds and try to just play aggressive on the floor. The rebounds might be a struggle this game, but if they play aggressive and maybe press at the beginning like they have been recently and be efficient with it, I think that this could be a good game.
So tipping off for the Chargers, number 1, Bethany Umbarger, and for the Bulldogs, number 2, Riley Boyce. As the Chargers control the tip-off, Kelsey Lance bringing it across half court for him. They work it into the corner. Bulldogs come out in a 2-3 zone to start. Inside shot on the way, and good for Kelsey Lance. Chargers get the scoring started. And now the Bulldogs take it the other way. Senior Mia Sarwinski bringing it up. Look inside the Fields, turnaround shot, no good. And corralled by Cadence Foreman for the Chargers. Bulldogs giving Morgan Strong the start again. Coach Shockey liked what he saw game 1, and that's a 3 knocked down by Cadence Foreman. As the Chargers are off to a fast start in the first minute. Bulldogs looking to answer and silence the crowd a little bit. Sarwinski dribbling side to side, now goes baseline, tries to get it off the glass, and goes off the bottom part of the rim. Now at the other end, it's going to be out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by Umbarger, and a good defensive play by Sarwinski hustling back to force it off of Umbarger and get the ball the other way. Sarwinski makes her move to the hoop. Off the glass, can't get it to go. 2 good looks in a row for the Bulldogs, still unable to get anything. And we're going to have First foul called of the game. It's going to go against Riley Boyce. So they're going to call her for a hip check. Checking in for Cherryvale, Jaylee Reister. And looks like we're going to have a quick timeout called, so we'll take it with them. 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 6:26 to play. Charges up 5 early.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment.
So welcome back to Galena Sports Live. Chargers to inbound under their own basket. It's kicked to the corner and shots blocked by Sturgis, but into the hands of Umbarger. Now we're going to have a travel called and an unforced turnover by the Chargers. Now some pressure put on the Bulldogs. First time we've seen it this game. We'll see how they handle it. Ball gets inbounded to Boyce, and she falls out of bounds. Ball back to the Lady Chargers. So back-to-back turnovers by each team, the first of this game. Now driving down the middle, shot on the way by Bunyard. No good. Second chance opportunity, no good. And ball was poked away, but Strong comes away with it, and there's going to be a foul called on Cherryvale. This foul's going to go against number 23, Cadence Foreman. Each team now with one team foul. Mia Sarwinski to bring it past half court. The Bulldogs do it successfully this time. Sarwinski to the other end gets fouled, and they'll say it was in the shooting act. She'll go to the line and shoot two. I like how Mia's done a good job so far attacking the rim. Had two open looks, couldn't get him to go, but this time again, and draws the foul. Sowinski's first, unable to get it to go. Sowinski second, rolls around and goes down. Gets the scoring started for the Bulldogs. And pass is going to be out of bounds. It'll go over to the Bulldogs. They were trying to get it to Jenny Bunyard, and she just lost it, took her eyes off it too soon, and it went out of bounds. Another unforced turnover by the Chargers. Now this shot strong off the backboard and out of bounds. Last touch by Cherryvale. Cherryvale started off strong, scoring 2 buckets in a row, but has went cold since. Galena having a little bit of trouble with the press, as that last possession was their second turnover on the press. So Lewinsky handling the ball for the Bulldogs. Spin move inside. Layup off the glass and good. Brings the Bulldogs within 2. Foreman with it in the corner. Now she'll get it back up top to Bunyard. Now into the paint. That's Umbarger getting it. She turns and goes up. She's going to be fouled. And we'll go to the line. We'll wait to see who the foul's called on. Foul called on Mia Solvinsky, her first personal. And the second team foul on the Bulldogs. Umbarger's first, unable to get it to go. Checking in for Cherryvale, Shelby Ryder. Umbarger 1-2 from the line that time. Now Sarwinski can tie it or bring it within 1 here. The Bulldogs takes a deep 3 and gets it to go. A big 3. And we're tied up at 6. Sarwinski with all 6 Bulldog points. Euro move inside, went everywhere but down for Umbarger. Now a fight on the floor for it, and a jump ball called. And possession arrow points towards the Bulldogs. Good hustle play by Sarwinski, getting on the ground and tying it up for that 50-50 ball. Kenzie Holden now checking in for Morgan Strong. Holden's first appearance in this game. Sarwinski has it, makes her move to get to the hoop, and push foul is going to be called on the Chargers. It'll go against number 3, Jaylee Reister. Inbound goes to Sturgis. Sarwinski loses her dribble. Thought about shooting the 3. Finds Boyce. Now gets it to Holden, and she's going to be smacked on the arm to hurt it from here. And that'll be team foul number 3 on Cherryvale. Foul goes on number 23, Cadence Foreman. Now Sarwinski to inbound for the Bulldogs. Gets it into Sturgis in the corner. Now Sarwinski trying to get to the hoop and draws the foul. That foul is going to go on Kelsey Lance. As I misspoke, last foul, that'll be the 5th team foul on Cherryvale. So only one more foul to give for the Chargers. Bulldogs could be in the single bonus early in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's 3 fouls for Canny Valley here this possession. For Cherryvale, jeez. Sorry, guys.
So a turnover there by the Bulldogs gives it back to the Chargers. Inside shot on the way for Umbarger and rattles around and goes down. Gives the Chargers a 2-point advantage at the halfway point of the first quarter. Sarwinski looking for a screen up top. Now take the corner 3 and off the back of the rim and into the hands of Lance. Now at the other end, going up, shot blocked by Holden. And a good play on the defensive end there. I was right that thought she had an open shot, but Holden denied of that. Now Sturgis from the right wing 3, too strong. Rebound by Sarwinski. Her put back no good. And a couple more offensive rebounds, and Riley Boyce gets it to go as she gets her first points of the game and the first player outside of Mia Sarwinski to score a basket for the Bulldogs. Has things tied up at 8. Quick shot at the other end by the Chargers, but an offensive rebound by Bunyard. Driving to the hoop, shot on the way by Lance, no good, and into the hands of Emma Smith. Now Sarwinski will slow things down for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will try and get a set play, so get it over to Sturgis on the wing. Now Boyce with it in her hand. Guarded by Ryda. Has it up top. Sarwinski a deep 3. High arcing rebound. And it goes out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Bulldogs at this end. There are substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. Number 12, Morgan Strong. And number 34, Megan Fields. Checking out Kenzie Holden. And number 3, Arista Sturgis.
Back in the game for the Bulldogs, number 12, Morgan Strong.
Inbound goes to Strong in the corner. Now a screen set by Smith. Boys will take a deep 3 off the front of the rim. An offensive rebound. Fields goes up, can't get it to go. A chase after it. Smith chases it down in the corner. Bulldogs doing a really good job right now of being active on the offensive glass. Had multiple second chance points there. A tough finish. Smith couldn't get it to go. Had it blocked away. Now a block on the other end by Boyce. She drives in. Her layup high off the glass and gets it to go. Gives the Bulldogs their first lead of the game. Shot on the way. No good by Reister. Now Reister again from the left wing. Gets it to go. And Cherryvale answers right back. So under 2 minutes to go. And the intensity in this arena already feels like it's the fourth quarter. Riley Boyce with it. Looking to drive, was cut off. Now Sharwinski loses her dribble. Finds Fields inside. Now Strong, right wing three, rattles around, can't get it to go. And Bethany Umbarger with the rebound for Cherryvale. Out to the corner, three on the way. No good for Kaiser. And the ball go out of bounds. Back to the Lady Bulldogs. Arista Sturgis will check in the game for Emma Smith for the Lady Bulldogs. For Cherryvale, Gentry Gass checks in the game for Bethany Umbarger. Get it to Fields at the free throw line. Now straightaway three for Sturgis. Can't get it to go. Left wing three on the way and good for Jaylee Reister. She's had the last 6 points for Cherryvale. Puts Cherryvale on a 6-0 run. Bulldogs looking to answer here. Fields loses her dribble. Straightaway three for Strong. Low good. And that's into the hands of Carly Fox. 30 seconds remain in the first quarter. Corner three off the backboard, and we'll go to the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs a chance to slow things down and get a final bucket heading to the end of this quarter. So Winsky will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Sarwinski just inside the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Megan Fields with an offensive rebound has been active so far this first quarter. Now a deep three. Sarwinski buries it and brings the Bulldogs within a point. Time's running at 5 seconds. Cherryvale gets it past half court. And a shot on the way. Reister shot no good. And the shot was waved off. Wouldn't have been good if it went. As the Bulldogs trail by 1 at the end of quarter 1. Coming up after this quick message, we'll have second quarter action here in this semifinal sub-state on Galena Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
So welcome back to Galena Sports Live as we begin second quarter play. Cherryvale will start with the ball. Very eventful first quarter, back and forth. As Cherryvale's led for most of this game, the Bulldogs had the lead at 1 point at about the minute and a half mark in the first quarter. And we're going to have a travel called. That'll give the ball back to the Bulldogs. Third turnover by Cherryvale the game. And the Bulldogs a chance to regain the lead here. So far, the Bulldogs have hung in this with their offensive rebounding. Megan Fields has been excellent on the offensive boards, and everybody's really been crashing. It's presented multiple second chance opportunities. This pass will be deflected out of bounds off the hands of Kelsey Lance. Stay with the Bulldogs. Inbound goes to Strong in the corner. Strong, who got her second career start as a freshman. And a double dribble called on Sawinski. It's both teams now with a turnover to start this second quarter. Now bringing it up is Bunyard for Cherryvale. Inside shot on the way. No good for Lance. Now Bunyard shot and gets it to go from the elbow. extends the Cherryvale lead to 3. Now Mia Sarwinski bringing it up for Galena. Already 9 points in this game. Had 34 in the matchup last year. Boys with it on the left wing. Now into Sturgis as she drives into the hoop. Sarwinski right wing 3. Couldn't get it to go. And Cherryvale the other way with numbers. And we're going to have a charge called. A big play by Mia Sarwinski as she just stood in there and took the charge. And a huge momentum shifter anytime you take an offensive charge. As the intensity on the Galena bench right now is insane.
Especially because next one it sends them to single bonus. So
yeah. Fields down near the paint. Out to Sarwinski, her 3. No good. So Bulldogs have had some really good opportunities from 3. Sarwinski's knocked down a couple herself. And if some of those attempts can start falling for the Bulldogs, that'll be some good things. Now was Bunyard trying to drive. Fields cut her off, and then a forced turnover. Now Sarwinski directed the offense up top. She's guarded by Jenny Bunyard. Boyce gets in the lane, jump stops. Now Sarwinski's spin move. Boyce in the lane, and we're going to have a travel called. So the 5th turnover of the game for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs clean those turnovers up a little bit. Give them some extra opportunities on the offensive end. Cherryvale's also turned it over 4 times. Yeah. Now right wing 3. Shot might have been tipped because it didn't get anywhere near the rim, and the Bulldogs take it the other way. Kick to the corner, Strong's 3 off the front of the rim, no good. And a rebound by Gentry Gass. Now in the paint, driving, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Sarwinski. They're going to say it was on the floor, as that'll be Mia Sarwinski's 2nd personal foul. And team foul number 3 on the Bulldogs. Kenzie Holden will check into the game for Morgan Strong. Foul, he could have went either way. Chargers to inbound. Cadence forming, inbounding for him. Now a foul is going to be called on Arista Sturgis, a reach-in foul. So 2 quick fouls committed by the Bulldogs. That'll be Sturgis' first foul and team foul number 4 on the Bulldogs. Bulldogs still scoreless in the second quarter. Looking for the first bucket as a 3's taken by Lance. High arcing rebound over the backboard, and it'll be out of bounds. Sarwinski will bring it up for Galena. So try and get the first points of the second quarter. Sturgis with it, still has her dribble. Now get it to Boyce in the corner. Now a screen set. Boyce will take the 3 from the wing. Too strong, and out goes Cherryvale. Shot was just inside the 3-point line, but an offensive rebound. Umbarger goes up. Shot no good. Sarwinski rips it away, and they're going to say a jump ball. Possession arrow points in the Bulldogs' direction. Emma Smith checking in for Megan Fields for the Lady Bulldogs. Galena doing a really good job on the defensive end. Everybody crashing the boards. and closing out on shooters well. But Bulldogs need some points. Sarwinski shoots one. No good. And the chase after it, Boyce comes out with the ball for the Bulldogs. Now Boyce has it again. Another right wing three. No good. And rebound into the hands of Cadence Foreman. Cut off straightaway three by Lance, and good. Gives the Chargers a 6-point advantage. And the Bulldogs still looking to answer. Almost on a 5-minute scoring drought. Sarwinski makes a move into the paint. Smith's layup off the glass and good. And Smith has her first 2 points of the game and ends the scoring drought for the Bulldogs. Brings it to a 4-point deficit. Now a shot, no good. Drive in the lane. Another shot, no good. Holden rips the rebound down. And Sarwinski takes it the other way. Drive into the hoop. And her shot, no good. She's trying to draw the foul. And we're going to have a foul called on the shot. It's going to go against Arista Sturgis, her second personal. That'll be team foul number 5 on the Bulldogs. That'll send Jaylee Reister to the line. Now Strong checking in the game for Sturgis. And the second one good for Reister. Extends the Cherryvale lead out to 5. Last trip down the floor, the Bulldogs ended the 5-minute scoring drought. And now I believe they're going to call a reach-in foul. This foul go on number 3, Jaylee Reister of Cherryvale. Her second. Team foul number 7, so Sarwinski will shoot a 1-and-1. And Sarwinski can't get it to go. He's had struggles at the line today. Now a 3 taken by Lance and gets it to go. And a timeout called, a full timeout called by head coach Zach Shockey as the Chargers out to an 8-point lead, the largest of the game. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Galena Sports Live. Chargers lead it by 8 with 2:37 to play in the second quarter.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome back. Full timeout called by head coach Zach Shockey. Now we'll see what the Bulldogs can come out of the timeout with. Cherryvale looking to put half-court press on. Sarwinski will dribble it past half-court. Gets it to Strong. Jump stop shot. No good. And a rebound out to Cherryvale. That's Kelsey Lance bringing it up. Foul 3 on the way. Reister's 3 short. But an offensive rebound by Carly Fox. Hit it back up top. Now inside, a pass with a lot of heat by Lance. She turns it over. Is looking for Kaiser down low. And Megan Fields will check in for Emma Smith. Arista Sturgis will check in for Kenzie Holden. Chargers putting another half-court press on. Strong chucks it up from the left wing, no good. Now a three on the way for Lance, can't get it to go. And we're going to have a tie-up, and the possession arrow points the way of the Chargers. So this 138 is crucial for Galena to get a couple buckets and stay within the 4 to 6 point range going into the locker room. You don't want to let it get much more than 8 that it already is. Playing against the number 1 seed. We're going to have a foul called, a reach-in foul called on Riley Boyce, her second personal, and team foul number 6 on the Bulldogs.
Team foul number 6.
Down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. Stay with Cherryvale. Now it inbounds. So nobody went after it originally for the Chargers. They retained possession. Drive in the lane, shot no good. And Fields with the rebound for the Bulldogs. 1:13 to play. Sarwinski gets in the lane. Now shot up and no good. Kick to the corner. Reister's three on the way and gets it to go. A big three for the Chargers. As we're under a minute to play. Left wing three, Strong's three on the way. Good. A big time three for the Bulldogs to answer Cherryvale's three and brings it back to an 8-point deficit. Now inside, that shot was no good. And Bunyard gets her own rebound, puts it back, and gets fouled. She'll go to the line and have a chance at a 3-point play. Foul goes on Megan Fields, her first, and team foul number 7. Both teams in the single bonus. And unable to get the 3-point play to go, but a fight for the ball. It'll go out of bounds and over to the Bulldogs. 30 seconds remain. See what play the Bulldogs can bring out here. Try and cut this deficit going into the locker room. Sarwinski will take the three from the right wing off the left side of the rim. And a rebound by the Chargers with 15 seconds to play in the second quarter. Now inside. Shot no good by Bunyard, and a foul's going to be called on Cherryvale. Galena will shoot a 1-and-1. I believe it's going to be Sarwinski going to the line.
Foul number 40, Jenny Bunyard.
Foul goes on number 40, Jenny Bunyard. 18 foul on Cherryvale. Cherryvale in the first 6 minutes was already at 16 fouls and then slowed it down a little bit after that.
This 1-on-1 for Mia here is really important.
Sarwinski gets the front end of the 1-on-1 to go. Sarwinski's first points of the quarter as she had the first 6 Bulldog points and had 9 in the first quarter. And Sarwinski gets both to go that time. Sarwinski's had quite a bit of frustration this quarter, but that's got to relieve some of that frustration. And at the other end, Cherryvale, a quick bucket as that's going to send us to halftime. And at the half, Bulldogs trail by 10 to Cherryvale Chargers. So coming up after this message, we'll recap the first half stats and analysis. All that coming up on the Mercy halftime show here on Galena Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome into the halftime show presented to you by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So at the halfway point of this one, the Bulldogs trail 20-30. A really strong first quarter for the Bulldogs as they were able to come out of that quarter. They had 13 points and were only able to score 7 in the next quarter, in the second quarter. Really, it just came down to making shots. They had a lot of good opportunities there in the first quarter. And at the beginning of the game, I really liked what they were doing. Started off kind of rough for Cherryvale, a lot of momentum on their side. And Sarwinski came down and answered back with a 3. And those two teams were going back and forth. And Galena had gained the lead there for a little bit. But there late in the second quarter, Cherryvale really pulled away. They were able to knock down a couple big threes. So for Galena, in the second half, it's going to be how well they can close out on those three-point shooters. And I'm guessing we're going to see some changes if they possibly go man, because Coach Shockey's not just going to let them keep shooting those threes out there. He's going to make them get it done somewhere else. And Cherryvale realized that anytime they drove in the paint, there was a post presence there. Megan Fields did a really good job in the paint on defense, blocking shots and rebounding. It wasn't just her. There was multiple people. Anytime somebody drove into the paint, everybody was there. And at times that cost them because they kicked it out to the perimeter to an open Cherryvale shooter. But for Galena, I want to see them drive to the rim a lot more. Like I talked about right there before half, about 4 or 5 minutes into the first quarter, Cherryvale already had 16 fouls because Galena was getting in the paint. They were being aggressive. They were playing scrappy on the floor, which they've continued to play scrappy and get on the floor for the 50-50 balls. And that's a big thing in coming back in this game is who can win the 50-50 battle and also the turnover battle. Both teams had 5 turnovers in that half, which isn't too terrible or it isn't great, but for Galena to clean that up, that's extra offensive opportunities. And one thing that I think Galena did really well was offensive rebounds. They had quite a bit of second chance opportunities that turned into points. And if it wasn't for those, we might be looking at a different score. Cherryvale also had their fair share of offensive rebounds, and that's tough to shut down sometimes when you're a team shooting a lot of threes. There's going to be a lot of long rebounds. And so a really good first half for Galena. Even though they're down 10, I would just look for them to really close out on three-point shooters more and just be aggressive. I think Galena got really they just settled on a lot of shots there in the mid to late part of the second quarter when there was a couple of shots Cherryvale knocked down and Galena came down and chucked up a couple quick shots. You saw Sarwinski shoot a couple ones, which we all know she can make those, and that's not the worst shot. But in this, what the game is, the stakes at that, I think it's crucial for Galena in the second half to be able to set their offense up, ball screens, run their offense through Mia Sarwinski and Riley Boys, and that can open other people up. Also, Fields had a good job. We saw her down low with a couple shots. Smith had a nice bucket down low, and just run their offense and continue to draw fouls at the rim.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cooper. Coming into this game, I was a little nervous. It's the 1 seed against, we're a lower seed. I'm pretty sure we're number 8, 9.
No, 5.
5, yeah. My apologies. My brain has been a little off today. I called Cherryvale Canyon Valley like 3 times this stream, but it's all good. So, but coming into this game, I was a little nervous. And then after first quarter, I just saw bright side. Galena came out playing like an entirely different team. Every single player was on it. Every single player was playing aggressive, getting rebounds. The team had height, but even though they did, Fields was getting Fields and Smith were getting a whole bunch of rebounds right there in the paint. They weren't letting any, they got a rebound, they bring it down, they would just jump on the ball. They were playing aggressive and in it. And also, like you said, Mia, Boys, they were driving in, drawing a lot of fouls, and that's something I definitely want to see coming into the second half here. It might be nuanced to say, but really the only thing I think the biggest thing that's kind of costing Galena this game is just the missed shots so far. They've had a lot of great looks and just kind of missing the shot, but if they can complete those and come out ready to play second half and not discouraged at all and just ready to win this game, I think that they have a great chance of winning. I don't think they're going to struggle at all this second half.
Yeah, the energy in this building certainly electric. It almost feels like a championship game with the way the crowd's into this. A lot of people traveling from Cherryvale. The way that their crowd traveled, they have almost a full student section over here, and the Galena fans are even louder. So we're going to have a lot of good action coming up in the second half. We'll step away one more time, and we'll continue the Mercy halftime show when we come back here on Galena Sports Rock.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. Both teams on the floor and getting set for third quarter action to begin. It's win or go home tonight. And both teams with a lot of history. Galena looking to advance to the state championship for one of their first times in 8 years. On the girls' side, the boys will be in action tomorrow night as they take on Girard at 6 o'clock. So Bulldogs will start with the ball. Boys catch at the top of the key. Bulldogs will start the third quarter with the same starting lineup as they started the game with. Solinsky looking to get to the paint. Was cut off by Bunyard. Now Boyce a straightaway three and can't get it to go. Ball batted around and looked like it hit off of Foreman's head. Now Fields banks it from the free throw line and gets a starting score for the Bulldogs as they cut it down to 8. Worked it down low. Shot off the glass, rolled around, but didn't go down. And a jump ball. And the possession arrow pointing the way of Cherryvale. The ball will stay at this end. Now they get it inside. Shot on the way and good for Lance. A powerful drive. She's able to finish at the rim. Now Strong has it on the right wing. Loses her dribble. And a turnover committed as they have numbers. Sarwinski trying to slow him down at the other end off the front of the rim. As the Bulldogs catch a break there. Now Fields wide open at the other end off the glass and good. Has a quick shot at the other end by the Chargers. Didn't give Fields a chance to get back on defense. Bulldogs convert an easy point. 2 points. And cut the lead, or the deficit, correction, to 8. Humbarger driving in. Now shot off the glass and good for Carly Fox. Now both teams going back and forth. Off to a hot start. Emma Smith at the scores table, set to check in. Now Sarwinski at the free throw line, shot no good. And a rebound by Cherryvale. It's Kelsey Lance bringing the ball up for the Chargers. Over to the corner. Foreman with it. Saw her knock down multiple first half threes. Ball's going to be lost out of bounds and to the Bulldogs. For the first turnover of the half. And checking in for Galena, Emma Smith checking in for Megan Fields. Sarwinski will handle the point guard position. Since the first quarter, hasn't been able to get much to go, but gets that to go. A big three. And her first field goal since the first quarter. Now 3 of their own by the Chargers, and Lance answers back. Scalena's came out of the locker room with fire, but Cherryville's had an answer for every bucket so far. Sarwinski gets in the paint, and a pushing foul is going to be called. He'll be on the floor. Sarwinski will inbound it. She gets it in to Boyce. Able to secure it, and Boyce going up, gets fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Second team foul called on Cherryvale. Saw that was nearly stolen a dangerous inbound pass, but Riley Boyce found a way to get to the line.
Number 2, Ryan Boy. So,
And gets both that time from the liner. First trip to the line. Now a little bit of pressure put on. And Bunyard wide open at the other end. Bunyard layup and good. Quick answer by the Chargers. Scoring barrage. It's now 18 points in 3 minutes by both teams. 9 apiece. Sarwinski free throws, jump shot, no good. Breister takes it the other way. Bunyard was on the floor. This pass was nearly stolen. Kick to the corner, 3 on the way for Foreman, no good. But a rebound by Lance. Breister inside the 3-point line, jump shot, no good. And Sturgis with the rebound. Couple chances for Cherryvale, unable to get anything. Now at the halfway point of the third quarter, boys, they're at the arc, no good. Into the hands of Smith, turnaround shot, no good. Smith goes up again, can't get it to go. And the third time unable to get it. And the Chargers will take it the other way. Reister throws it up, and it's going to stay with Cherryvale. Kenzie Holden will check in the game for Morgan Strong. Lance will inbound for the Chargers. An open 3 in the corner. Foreman off the left side of the rim. And Smith tipping it around, but able to rebound it. Solinski trying to blow by, loses it. And that'll be the 6th turnover of the game by the Bulldogs. Bethany Umbarger checking in the game for Cadence Foreman. And the Chargers will bring the ball up, looking to extend the lead. Their largest of the game is 12. Bulldogs had 1 lead in this game. Trying to mount a comeback with 3:30 to play in the first quarter. Pass telegraphed, and Sarwinski gets it. Goes up at the other end, and she'll go to the line. Good job going strong to the rim. And drawing the foul there.
3, Jamie Reese.
Solinski's first one, no good. And second one, no good. 2 missed opportunities by the Bulldogs there. Being down 10 with 11 total minutes to play. Every point becomes crucial. Just inside the 3-point line, Gass is shot good. And Solinski brings it up for the Bulldogs. Strong at the scorer's table, set to check in. Shot on the way, rolls around and goes for Solinski. Much needed basket for her. Yes. How Lance gets it, driving in, shot, and no good. An offensive rebound, ball on the floor, and we're going to have a foul on the arm called. It's going to go on number 35, Emma Smith. That'll be her first personal. And team foul number 1. Megan Fields checking back in for Emma Smith. And Morgan Strong checking in for Kenzie Holden.
3, Jamie Reese.
Kick to the corner. Umbarger drives in. Jump stop shot. Too strong. Sarwinski a rebound. Now Sarwinski to the corner. Boys, three on the way. And no good. Fields came in, almost had the rebound, but it'll go off her hands and out of bounds. Now four-court press is going to be put on by the Bulldogs. Cadence Foreman check back in for Carly Fox for the Chargers. The pass was tipped, but able to get past half court. It's Gass with the ball. Now Reister, travel's going to be called. And the second turnover of the quarter for the Lady Chargers. Sturgis with the ball, still has her dribble. And they're going to have 5 seconds called on it for holding the ball. Pass nearly out of bounds. Gass saves it. Now runner shot falls. And the lead's back to 12 for Cherryvale. Bulldogs looking to answer back. Sarwinski blows by, gets to the hoop, layup good. Sarwinski now with 7 this quarter with a little over a minute to play. Now kick to the corner. Foreman able to save it. Umbarger turnaround shot, no good. Gets her own rebound. Goes up again and able to finish. Now it's Mia Sarwinski bringing it up for the Bulldogs again. Strong straightaway three and off the left side of the rim. Corralled by Gass for the Chargers. Umbarger driving in again. Top of the key, and Reister's going to be called for a traveler. Luckily, was that three was good. And now 37.9 remain in the third quarter.
Returning for Cherryvale 14, Shelby Reyna.
10-point halftime deficit for the Bulldogs. Hasn't gotten too far away of them, but they're going to have to start chipping away at the lead here soon in order to come back. Now it's strong. Sarwinski from the left wing, her three, no good. And a rebound by Carly Fox. Gass's shot from the corner, no good. Strong with the rebound. And Sarwinski will take it the other way. Now under 10 seconds to play. Goes behind the back, step back shot. High arcing rebound. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. 2.8 seconds remain. Chance to catch, maybe dribble a couple times and get a shot off. Inbound goes to Boys. Her three from the right wing. Good if it goes. No good. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Your score, Cherryvale 45, Galena 33. 8 minutes remain. That's all coming up after this quick message here on Galena Sports.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling.
So welcome back to the final quarter of play. The Bulldogs trail by 12, and they're going to have to start chipping away at that lead. They want to make a comeback and pull the upset on the 1 seed in the Girard Sub-State region. Semifinal action. Last quarter of play here. Bulldogs will start with it. Boyce driving into the hoop. Her layup, no good. And that's Foreman with the rebound for Cherryvale. And a 3 rattles around and goes for Jaylee Reister. Cherryvale out to their largest lead of the game of 15. Szarwinski cross-court pass. Sturgis in the corner, able to save it. Now Szarwinski up top. Her 3 rattles around and goes. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called. It's going to be a full timeout called by Cherryvale. By Galena. We'll take it with them. Bulldogs trail by 11 with 7:22 to play in the 4th quarter of action.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
So welcome back. Timeout called by Coach Shockey. Say apply a full court press. And successfully able to break it. Down inside, layup off the glass and good by Carly Fox. Having the press break didn't allow the Galena defense to get back and get fully set. This pass is stolen away from Fields. And now thrown out of bounds. So that was Cadence Foreman trying to save it, but just couldn't keep it in bounds. Emma Smith will check in for the Bulldogs. Megan Fields will take a seat. Mia Szarwinski with the ball. Down the court, into the paint. Smith's layup, can't get it to go, and the Chargers rebound it. Tough shot there. A quality shot. Now it has it poked away. That was Sturgis with the steal, and a reach-in foul. It's going to be called on Cherryvale.
Return to the line now for Cherryvale.
This foul is going to go on number 40, Jenny Bunyard. It's their 4th team foul. And also Bunyard's 4th personal foul. Szarwinski into the corner. Boyce had an open look but decided to drive, and we're going to have a jump ball that'll go to Cherry there. So, unlucky play there. Boyce was looking to get it to Smith for a layup. Well, it was perfectly read by Cherryvale. And 3 from the corner by Reister, no good. And Boyce able to rip the rebound down for the Bulldogs. Now Szarwinski into the paint, layup. Tough angle, can't get it to go. Cherryvale at the other end with pace. Strong there. And Szarwinski comes down with the rebound. A foul's going to be called against Cherryvale. And that's the 5th team foul on Cherryvale. Now 6 minutes remain in this game, a 13-point deficit. Tough margin to come back from this late in the game. Bulldogs got some playmakers that can get it done, though. Boyce pass to Sturgis in the corner. Her 3 too strong. And Reister rebounds it. Dish down low. Nearly traveling was Kaiser. Back up top. Kaiser swarmed in the paint. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Emma Smith. Megan Fields will check back into the game for Emma Smith for the Bulldogs. Now down low, turnaround shot, no good for Lance. And Fields, newly checked into the game, grabs the rebound. Now Boyce catches it in transition. Her shot was blocked, but strong there to grab the blocked shot. We're going to have a travel called on Arista Sturgis. Turnover starting to mount up for the Bulldogs, now with 8. So now, under 5 minutes to play. We're going to have a full timeout called by Cherryvale, as we'll take it with them. Bulldogs trail by 13 with 4:53 to play in the fourth quarter.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Well, welcome back, folks. Good one in store here. Will the Bulldogs make a comeback, or will Cherryvale hold on to the 13-point lead and advance to the sub-state championship? Cherryvale with the ball. Bulldogs needing a stop desperately. Feels like at this point every possession has to be a stop. And there's a bucket by Carly Fox. Extends the lead out to 15, tied for the largest lead of the game. Sarwinski at the other end. Shot no good. And the Chargers will slow things down. It's Lance with the ball. Kaiser cross-court pass to Lance. She drives in. Now Gass from the corner. No good. And Sarwinski grabs the rebound. As ball's going to go out of bounds. And back to the Chargers. Sarwinski tried to go behind the back. Got caught on her back. And then came up with the ball trying to pass it. And it went out of bounds. It's Kaiser with it. Now Gass has it in the corner, driving on Strong. Under 4 minutes remain. This sub-state semifinal. Off the glass, no good. As Sarwinski, another rebound. Sturgis 3 from the left wing, no good. But Fields with a rebound. Her second chance shot's no good. And Lance has the rebound for the Chargers. Chargers in complete control. Leister's 3, too strong. Surprise. Cherryvale still chucking up shots at this rate with about 3 minutes to go in this lead. For Galena, they just need quick buckets. Driving in, kicking. And Sarwinski is going to get fouled. In the motion of shooting. She'll have 3 free throws coming. Sarwinski, 21 in the game. And gets that one to go. Now 22. Already the school's all-time leading scorer. Second one, no good. Kenzie Holden will check in the game for Morgan Strong. So now a 14-point deficit. 2 or 3 from the line that time for Mia Sarwinski. This pass is telegraphed and picked off by Sarwinski, and she's fouled. She'll go right back to where she was just at and shoot 2 more.
Foul number 5, Kelsey Lance.
That's exactly what Galena needed. That took very minimal time off the clock. Now free throws very big.
Boy, that's why we ran that.
Shalensky 2-2 that time from the line, and Strong will check back in the game for Arista Sturgis. Now, see if the Bulldogs press can get some more turnovers forced out of Cherryvale. Get it inbounded. Bunyard passing it back and forth. Now nearly stolen. Alice Fields came flying out of nowhere. It'll go out of bounds off her hand. Now Lance with it, guarded by Riley Boyce. Pass poked, and Bulldogs almost had a chance to steal it, but now the foul. The foul's going to be on Kenzie Holden.
Foul number 2.
That'll be Holden's first personal. Holden, a senior on this team, could be her last game tonight. Looking like it, barring a miracle. Now the inbound and drive to the hoop. Reister's layup, no good. Fields with the rebound. And the Bulldogs still have life, 2.5 to play. Need points this possession. Boyce 3. And can't get it to go. That 3 went, would have been big. Now at the other end, a run out. Shot, soft bounce off of the flange of the hoop. Gets it to go. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Bulldogs trail by 13 with 2:11 to play. They'll step away. And when we come back, we'll have the final 2:11 here on Galena Sports.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
So welcome back to the final 2:11 to play. Bulldogs with the ball. Sarwinski crossover in the lane. Now a spin move. Layup off the glass. Good. Deficit now cut to 11. Now inside, it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Cherryvale. Oh, at the baseline. Inbounding is Foreman. Layup by Umbarger is good. And Sarwinski bring it up. Now a straightaway desperation 3, no good. And that's going to about do it. Driving around Foreman, now a foul. Finally committed by Morgan Strong. Her first personal. That'll be team foul number 3 on Galena. Inbound goes to Lance. Now another foul committed, and they're going to call an intentional foul on Riley Boyce. So a tough game for the Bulldogs. Come out playing really well after Cherryvale started on a 5-0 run. The Bulldogs had answers, and they hung in the game all the way until halftime. But Cherryvale, they can shoot the ball really well. Tonight they made multiple threes that were contested, and a really good all-around team.
Yeah, I think it was played good from both sides. Definitely an unfortunate loss for the Galena girls. They came out rocking and rolling, had a lot of hope for them. It just sometimes you just don't play as well second half, or it just doesn't go in your favor, and this is one of those games. But
yeah, a lot of emotion in this arena as both teams' fan bases are into this game, and it's still like that even with 124 to play. A big time game, sub-state championship berth on the line here. Now a timeout's going to be called by Cherryvale. So Cherryvale calling a timeout just to get some substitutions in for the fouling coming up. So we'll step away with them, and we'll be back with the final 114 here on Galena Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
So a full timeout was called by Cherryvale. They were trying to get some substitutions in the game. That'll be the 5th team foul by Galena, and team foul number 3 on Riley Boyce. That's her 4th personal. Boyce, only a sophomore on this team. Dakota Bennett checking in the game for Galena. So Dakota Bennett check in the game for Riley Boyce. And another foul committed by Sturgis. So that was the final foul to give. Foul's going to be committed before the ball is inbounded on a wrist to Sturgis. So 1-1 now. Riley Boyce will check back in for Dakota Bennett. Both teams now with substitutions. That'll be Carly Fox checking back in. Fox gets the front end of the 1-1 to go. And the second one rolls around and goes down. Now a minute. Arista Sturgis 3 gets it to go. Those are her first points of the game. And a foul committed. This foul's on Riley Boyce. And that'll be her 5th personal as she fouls out of the game with 10 points in the game. Kenzie Holden check back in. Being a senior, her final minutes of playing. Breister gets both to go that time. Bulldogs are going to finish the season 10-12. Start the season. Bulldogs won only one of their first 5 games. A tough start. And since that, they battled as a team and learned how to play a lot better as a team, and definitely gotten a lot better at how they work the ball around, really rebounding. They're working together more as a team. And a tough team to beat. It was going to take Galena's best game, and Cherryvale certainly put up a good fight. Galena did everything right, but they just couldn't get more shots to fall than Cherryvale. Both teams had good looks, and Cherryvale had everything falling tonight, it seemed like. So Sarwinski, being her last game as a Bulldog, already the leading scorer, gets 2 more points to add on to that record. And a foul will be committed, 26 seconds. Sarwinski now has 29 in the game. Both teams, 8 turnovers in this game. Tough fight till the end, though. And we're going to have a foul called. Sarwinski will go to the line and shoot 3 free throws, a chance to reach the 30-point mark. She's reached a couple times this season. Great game to end your high school career on. So this will be Emma Smith's final game. Kensington Holden and also Siley Click. Don't see her much, but the 4 seniors on this team.
So he's getting for 2.
Sarwinski knocking both of them down. I'm just going to start to do the pregame here, really, because we have the Frontenac crew moving in behind us since the rest of the games are being played here at the Girard site. But some numbers for Galena. Sarwinski now at 31. She could add a couple more onto that before this game ends. Riley Boyce finished the game with 10 points. Krista Sturgis with 3. Morgan Strong with 6. And then Megan Fields and Emma Smith each with 4 of their own. Morgan Strong, the past 2 games she had a 3 against Columbus, and then tonight 2 threes. A lot of pressure in this building, and she made some really big shots for a freshman. And next year, look for her to be a starter and be much improved, as she'll still have 3 years remaining to play here at Galena High School. But for the Bulldogs, nothing to put your head down about. A really good season as they split with about everyone in the conference. And it's not easy to get to this point in the season. And you get a really crappy draw up against a 1 seed. But the Bulldogs put up their best fight tonight. It's going to be a final score of 61-50. The Bulldogs will lose to the Cherryvale Chargers. The 1 seed advances, as that's going to do it for the Lady Bulldogs season. Comes to an end. Tomorrow we'll be live we will not be live. It'll be over on Girard Sports Live. My boss informed me that they're going to have that game over on Girard Sports Live, and in a scenario that Galena is to make it to Saturday and play for a sub-state championship on the boys' side, then we will broadcast that here on Galena Sports Live. So we take a look over there. The boys, you can catch that game. It'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow. The boys take on Girard at 6 o'clock. Can see it on Galena Sports Live. I don't have this updated yet, but also Columbus will take on Frontenac in that game. So that's going to wrap it up. We'll do a more in-depth pregame or postgame on Saturday, but that's going to do it for us here. Lady Bulldogs lose at 61-50 to the Lady Chargers.